Now a word from our sponsor.
uFinancial Group is an investment advisory and financial planning organization offered through licensed and qualified MML investors. If you're looking for a company to help plan for your future, manage your financial assets, or even estate planning, check out uFinancial at ufinancialgroup.com.
And opioid epidemic in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania ranks among the top states in the country for drug overdose deaths.
Authorities are working to crack down on street-level heroin and opioid sales in Chester County.
New this noon, the Chester County District Attorney's Office is releasing the results of Operation Wildfire. That's a drug operation focused on heroin and opioids in Chester County. Out News reporter Joe Holden is live in Chester now with the details. Joe.
Well, most of the arrests happened in November and December. In fact, one arrest actually happened this morning. That recently, according to an assistant district attorney. It said these accused dealers were pushing powerful and in some cases deadly narcotics.
Now, years later, the four kids that you guys had together,
Yes.
hers and yours, and
Yes.
How do they treat you now years later? Now that you're even though you're clean, you're off paper. How's that relationship with the four of them?
I have a good relationship with my children.
Okay.
But with my youngest daughter, I'm just going to say, when I used to do runs to Harrisburg to get drugs, I used to take her with me, and I would give her bags of dope and everything else, and and over the years she's hasn't forgiven me for that, and basically my oldest daughter keeps on telling me all she wants is an apology, and I definitely owe her an apology for that. I was leading her down the wrong road, but my mentality was I'm not going to be hypocritical, which was totally wrong. I should have been hypocritical, but there were plenty of times where she took dope rides with me, and yeah, we done dope together, me and my youngest daughter.
So if you could say anything to your four children right now, they were standing in front of you, what would you want to say to them?
I wish your mother was here. I wish we didn't lose your mom at the age you lost your mother at. That's what I wish. I wish I was stronger to keep us off the drugs, not be the enabler I was, because I was the guy that would always go and get the drugs, find the drugs. And I mean, that's basically what I'd say. I'm just sorry about the events that happened and the loss of their mother. That's my biggest regret.
Yeah.
That's all of our biggest regret. That was my punishment. I didn't get lucky. I didn't get lucky and die, from drugs. I got worse. I lost someone that I loved more than life itself. So
That's worse than any prison sentence.
yeah.
That really is.
Yeah.
Do you think, you mentioned before that your wife, she never did any jail time.
No.
Do you think if she would have went to jail and was
Yes.
forced to get clean, she'd still be
Yeah.
here?
Yes. I think jail would have saved her. Yes, but it's hard to come out, people, places, and things. You can't come out of jail and go into the same environment. It don't work out. It does not work out. So I was lucky to have a sister, my older sister Pat, moved me out of the city, put me in another city, but no matter where I went, it seems like I found it. The drugs would follow
It
me.
was easy money for you.
No, not selling.
No.
No,
Using.
after my first stint, I never sold again.
Oh, so you just were, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I dabbled in a little bit of marijuana here and there, but I never sold on a street level again. Never. After the first one.
What did you replace your drug addiction with? What addiction did you fill it with?
Look at me. Food. I mean, come on. Sweets, man. I love sweets, man. No, working, man. I pride myself on being a hard worker, man. And we talked about this. I said if I shovel crap all day, when I leave, I want my boss to say, hey, George is the best crap shoveler I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. That's what I want. That's gratification for me.
But the thing that I don't think normal people look at when they think of addicts is every day you wake up and make a conscious decision not to use.
It's hard.
It's never like, I'm just done.
There's them days, Tate, where you want to just use. You just want to give up and say, but the consequences. The hurt it's going to bring people. And the hurt it's going to bring you when you don't have that money to use.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to lie. I can't say if I was a man with a lot of money, if I was a multimillionaire, would I be using? I don't know. Chances probably are, yeah, I probably would be using because I could afford it. I always think about the hurt that it caused my kids and the hurt when you don't have it, you know, and
Because you need it.
that's the worst. Yeah, that's the worst. Nothing's worth that hurt. And what I lost, look what I lost.
You lost the most important person in your life.
I did.
That's worse than any jail sentence.
To drugs. Yeah. Knowing that she was doing them, knowing what she was doing, kind of having a hand in it, you know, we want to just leave it at that, but
Yeah.
you know, yeah, it was tough for me to lose her.
If you could say anything to your late sister, what would you say to her?
The one that tried to help
The
me,
one that
my
tried to
sister
help you
Pat.
and do everything for you. What would you say? I'm sure she's looking down proud of you where you're at now.
Yeah. You know. I don't know, man.
You know, I'm proud of who you are because I met you. I've been cutting your hair since before you came off paper.
Yeah.
Right? So I
Yeah.
know George. I know the real George.
At this point in my life, she would be real happy for me.
Mm-hmm.
She'd be proud of me. Of course she would be. You know, because
That's
I'm
all she ever
not
wanted
using.
from you was this
Yeah.
life.
But what did it take for me to become this person I am?
A lot.
You know, maybe if I didn't lose her, maybe if I didn't lose my wife, I'd still be out there running wild, getting high.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'd be dead. Maybe me and my wife both would be gone now. You know, my kids wouldn't have nobody. You know, and I tried my best to pay attention to all my grandbabies. I do what my wife would want with them. You know, I'm the grandmother and the grandfather. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But, yeah, I'd say to my sister, thank you, man, for everything you've done for me, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now the Rainey, your I don't know, what do you, your significant other?
Yeah.
How is she?
My
like your
roadie.
She's
my roadie, Tate.
She's
my roadie.
She's your support system. Your support system.
Man, yeah, I'd be nowhere without. I'd be lost without Rainey. Rainey has helped me out so much. It's ridiculous. When people ask, hey, George, can we come over? I say, hey, this is Rainey's house. She makes me pay 2 utilities and I get to sleep here. You know what I mean? So she's the boss, man. She runs it.
But she's your pillar. I mean, she's your...
Yeah,
your person.
yeah, she is. Yeah, Rainey's good to me, man.
You know I gotta ask you. I gotta ask you about them shoes. You know I gotta ask you about them shoes, George.
You're talking about my Reebok shower shoes?
Yeah.
2012.
You told me before that, okay, the shoes that you wear now are your shower shoes from your last stint.
From prison. Yeah, because they got the brown.
There's a lot of things you can take from
Tate,
jail when you leave.
Tate,
right?
these are like Gucci in jail. Okay, I'm telling you, these are like Gucci. These are like my Gucci shower shoes because they got the brown ones. They were running around like $2.99.
And how much are those ones?
These are $12, baby. $12 in jail is a lot of money. You know what I mean?
But you still wear them
I
every
do.
single day.
I love them.
Why?
As a reminder, you know, don't forget who you are. Don't forget where you came from. Be who you can be. Try not to go back. You know, I mean, once you're in the system, it's always harder for us not to go back. You know, you can do something, Tate, that's petty, get a slap on the wrist. I can do something that's petty. I'm going to go do jail time.
You're going straight back.
Yeah, because I've done 3. You know, I've had 3 different numbers.
Yeah.